Hello all, I've got a 2019 Ford Explorer. This happens to be a Sport, but I believe this goes across the full XLT Sport and limited editions. And I have a fuel door that the mechanism is broke. It's sloppy and it just flaps around in the wind. I intend to replace that fuel door with a new part. This is what the door assembly looks like. Basically, it's got a spring-loaded mechanism that closes the door shut. Obviously, the subject one doesn't spring. So we're going to replace it. We know there's a defect in the spring mechanism on the subject door. We're going to replace it with the new door. So challenges that we have is, well, how is this door assembly affixed to the vehicle? It's actually affixed with a series of tabs. There's 4 tabs, 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the fuel door. And you can't reach it from the inside. And it's hidden inside the fender. There's procedures where you remove the fender plastic. You have to jack up the right rear wheel, remove the plastic fender, and then you reach up in there, and then you still have to contend with putting some sort of tool up in there to do it. There are other YouTube videos where they actually go through and attempt to pry that door assembly loose in order to gain access to it. I'm not fond of either of those methods. Method 1 takes a lot of time. Method 2, you risk damaging your vehicle. So the objective here is we're going to remove this door assembly using an oscillating tool. In this case here, I've got a wood cutting bit. You could do a similar thing to this procedure using a Dremel tool and a large cutting wheel. But we're going to go ahead and show you the procedure that I hope works for removing this fuel door in a very short period of time. So to begin with, we have to remove the plastic fascia that is mounted to the door. And that's mounted with this little tab right here in the center of the door. And it's visible from the inside of this door, the door when you take the sticker off. So we're going to take the sticker off. We're going to take that sticker off, and then we're going to use a tool, in this case a dental tool, to basically pry this up and then slide the door out, okay? So that's going to be step 1 to our overall procedure. Now, prior to generating this video, I cheated and I pulled that tab loose, or the label loose prior to the video, so you wouldn't have to see me laboring with that. So let's go ahead and do removing the plastic fascia from the door closure mechanism. So what I ended up doing was I pulled up a small corner and then using like a needle nose pliers, just simply work that label up and out. I already pulled it off once, so it's much easier the second time. So using our little dental tool here, this one I happen to purchase from Harbor Freight, I'm just going to shove in here. We have this little tab here, and off this door assembly goes. Again, those tabs all mate up into the door, and all we did was release it and slide it out this way. All right, so step 1's done. Now step 2 is freeing this door closure mechanism from the vehicle. Now, prior to starting this video, I grabbed a large piece of tape and I covered the fuel inlet. I don't want any debris to get into the inlet, all right? So, as I had indicated before, we have the 4 tabs that we have to cut free. And again, we need to make sure that we don't actually damage the vehicle. So what I need to do is take that tool and go right inboard of it and make sure that I cut these tabs free. So we're going to go ahead and try this real quick, and we're going to see if we're going to be successful. Again, this tells you where the tab's at. So let's try tab number 1. Okay, that didn't seem too painful. Hopefully we cut that tab free. We're going to do tab 2. Okay. Tab 3 and 4. All right, I don't believe I got through this tab here. There you go. So if you see, I actually cut through the tab. Hopefully I got the other ones as well. We're going to see. If not, I'll just do a little bit more cutting. Now this one looks like it's got a little bit more to go. Okay. Like my tabs are free. Just need to work on this little keeper assembly. Kind of oscillate this in. Since this is working so well, I'm just going to cut. All right, so there's a rubber seal here that goes up against the neck of the fuel inlet, and I'm trying to work that free. So we're going to see if we can. Pull that out. Go. All right, so this is the old assembly, and if you look, the spring mechanism The spring mechanism basically popped out. This little pin pulled out. That's the reason why this guy didn't want to close. Again, I've got a new one, so I didn't have a problem with destroying the old one in order to replace it. But the failure mode was actually this pin pulled out, the spring popped out. That's why we don't have a closure mechanism. All right, so we're going to go ahead and reverse this process. Just real quick here, I'm just going to pull these guys off. Get the new door assembly. Make sure I get my little pieces of plastic out. No damage to the body here. Again, I have to get this rubber component, or most probably neoprene, slid over the fuel inlet, but hopefully this goes just fine. So we're going to open our door here. And be mindful of trying to get that fuel neck in there. All right. Everything just snapped back into place. Last element here, we're going to go ahead and slide the door back together. Again, remember there's a little tab there, so this guy's supposed to slide just so. There you go. And you're going to see this little tab click. There you go. Door done. That's how you replace a door closure mechanism on a 2019 Ford Explorer. There's a lot of sister vehicles. I don't have the year range for you, but if you've got this issue, that's a means of repairing it actually rather quickly without risking damage to your vehicle. And that, again, be mindful when you're cutting. That cutting tool needs to not hit your sheet metal. You don't want to damage the vehicle. So what we ended up doing was we cut those tabs, and that allowed us to free the fuel door assembly without a great deal of work. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video.